Hi, my name's Keith Cooper from North Flight Images. This is just a quick video about an issue that a couple of people have contacted me about the Epson 8550. Presumably it applies to the 8500 as well, and that is ink overspray or misting. It's quite different to cleaning issues, and I think this is why people contacted me in the first place, because they wondered if they're new printers, and I emphasize these are new printers, whether they had a need for cleaning or something like that. They've kindly sent me several examples of it. I can't show you on our 8550 because ours works perfectly fine, and given the number of people who've contacted me about the profiles I produce and various things like that, I think this is an occasional thing. But this is quite an interesting one in that what it appears to be, you can see it on different papers. I've heard of it once before on a matte paper, and it appears that the ink nozzles in the print head keep randomly firing after the end of the printing, and it produces this sort of smearing effect. It is not a physical cleaning thing. It is actually a problem with the printer. Now that's with black ink and it's smearing at the side, and you can see that the amount of smearing depends on how dense the printing has been right near the edge of where the print area is. Here's another example of it, and these are pictures that people kindly sent me to when they asked me about problems, and this one, the black is showing it. Here's one where the red, or it seems to be, it is some coloured inks are overspraying as well, and there's another example with a sort of red haze off to one side of it. Now the good news is, a person who contacted me over the weekend and asked about this, and I said no, it's not a cleaning problem, it was a new printer, contact Epson. They'd bought the printer from John Lewis in the UK, because at the moment there's some really good deals on these printers going around, and they contacted Epson, told them what the problem was, and straight away Epson replaced the printer. I've said they're sending a new printer to replace it. So what I'm saying is, when you get your new 8550, you should always check any new printer thoroughly. And I mentioned this for the Canon Pro 1100, where there were a few early ones had problems with banding and things like that. You should always check that, because it's much easier to get the companies to replace it if you find a problem within a few weeks of getting your printer, as opposed to 6 months, 8 months down the line, something like that. One other reason: if you get a printer, open it up, install, test it, don't have it sitting around for ages. But anyway, the good bit is Epson replaced the printers in these. So if you get this problem, and it is not the same as ink smudging, where you will get the print head catching the paper or something like that, and that can be all sorts of other things, but this is an actual problem with brand new printers. So I'll put some other notes, anything I find on this, in the video, but just in case you're getting a printer and you see this, it is not you, it's not the printer needs cleaning, you may well have a faulty printer. This happens with all printers. Very few printers, because I get to test printers when they're brand new, very few printers are perfect right at the start when I get engineering test samples. I don't expect stuff like this to be happening a few years later on, so don't put up with it. Get on to Epson, mention this, and hopefully you'll get another one. Thanks for watching. Hope that was of some help. Bye.